Hey everyone, today I want to talk about a major development in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Recently, the Israeli Defense Forces, or IDF, conducted their most extensive operation in the West Bank in the last 20 years. So what exactly happened? The operation took place in the Jenin refugee camp. The IDF's mission was to dismantle militant infrastructure, including weapons manufacturing facilities and command centers used by Palestinian armed groups. This was no small task. The operation involved a substantial deployment of troops, aerial bombardments, and ground incursions. Drones, helicopter gunships, and armored vehicles were all part of the mix. Casualties were reported on both sides. The intensity and duration of the clashes drew international attention and criticism, particularly concerning the potential for civilian casualties in such a densely populated area. The IDF stated they took measures to minimize harm to civilians. However, the humanitarian impact remains a significant concern. Now, why did the IDF decide to take such a large-scale action? According to military sources, the goal was to disrupt and dismantle the infrastructure of militant groups operating in Jenin. This operation represents a possible shift in Israel's security strategy. The IDF aims to create a foundation for future, smaller-scale operations that are more targeted and less disruptive to civilian life. So, what are the implications of this operation? The aftermath raises questions about its long-term impact on Israeli-Palestinian relations. On one hand, it could escalate tensions and lead to further violence, as Palestinian factions may seek retaliation. On the other hand, it could serve as a deterrent, signaling Israel's determination to address security threats and potentially leading to a period of relative calm. However, it's crucial to remember that military operations alone can't achieve lasting peace and stability. A political solution is needed. Renewed efforts towards dialogue and negotiations are essential for finding a sustainable resolution to the conflict. In conclusion, the recent IDF operation in Jenin marks a significant moment in the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Whether it leads to more violence or a period of calm remains to be seen. What's clear is that the need for a political solution has never been more urgent. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on Middle East politics. See you next time.
Hey everyone, today I'm diving into a deeply troubling situation unfolding in Israel. In the past week, 6 hostages were found dead in Gaza, sparking a wave of protests across the nation. It's a chaotic scene and emotions are running high. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu issued a public apology, acknowledging the government's failure to secure the release of the hostages. The 6 individuals whose bodies were recovered from a tunnel in Rafah were believed to have been killed by Hamas. Netanyahu's apology, while heartfelt, has done little to calm the growing unrest. Across Israel, thousands have taken to the streets, demanding accountability and change. The frustration is palpable. People are angry, they feel betrayed, and they're calling for immediate action to resolve the ongoing conflict. The protests underscore a deep sense of disillusionment with the government's handling of the crisis. On the international front, the situation has drawn sharp criticism from global leaders. The United States, a close ally of Israel, has expressed deep concern over the escalating violence. President Joe Biden, while supporting Israel's right to defend itself, has also criticized Netanyahu for not doing enough to secure a hostage deal. The United Kingdom has taken a more drastic step by suspending some arms sales to Israel, reflecting growing international unease over the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. This decision is controversial and has further isolated Israel on the world stage. Adding to the complexity, suspected attacks by Iranian-backed Houthi rebels on ships in the Red Sea have heightened tensions in the region. These attacks, though not directly related to the Israel-Hamas conflict, illustrate the broader geopolitical instability and the risk of the situation spiraling out of control. But amidst all this political and diplomatic turmoil, let's not forget the human cost. The 6 hostages who lost their lives were more than just names in the headlines. They were individuals with families, dreams, and aspirations. One of the victims, Hirsch Goldberg Polin, held dual Israeli-American citizenship, underscoring the international dimension of this tragedy. These individuals became pawns in a larger conflict, their lives cut short in a cycle of violence that seems endless. Their deaths are a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of hatred and intolerance. As the world mourns these innocent lives, it's crucial that their deaths aren't in vain. The international community must work tirelessly to bring an end to the violence, secure the release of all remaining hostages, and create a path towards lasting peace in the region. Only then can justice be served, and the memory of those lost be truly honored. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. Stay safe out there.
Hey everyone! Today's topic is the growing tension between President Biden and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu over the Gaza hostage crisis. So let's dive right in. President Biden has recently criticized Netanyahu, claiming he's not doing enough to secure the release of hostages held by Hamas in Gaza. Biden's frustration was evident when he bluntly said no to questions about Netanyahu's commitment to a deal. This public rebuke underscores the White House's ongoing frustration with Netanyahu's handling of the situation. The negotiations have been painfully slow. Despite efforts, a preliminary hostage exchange and a 6-week ceasefire remain elusive. The Biden administration says they've finalized most of the agreement, but Hamas's refusal to approve the final list of hostages for release is a major roadblock. Adding to the complexity, Hamas's demands are tough. They want a significant number of Hamas fighters and other prisoners released in exchange for the hostages. This demand is a major sticking point, further delaying a potential agreement. Recently, the situation took a tragic turn with the execution of several hostages, including American and Israeli citizens. Hamas claims they acted out of fear of an imminent Israeli rescue operation, but this has only escalated tensions. One of the biggest obstacles to a deal is Hamas's demand for the complete withdrawal of Israeli forces from the Philadelphia corridor. This narrow strip of land is strategically important to Israel for preventing weapons smuggling. Netanyahu's insistence on maintaining an Israeli presence there clashes with Hamas's demand for complete control. The Biden administration has been actively involved in the negotiations, working closely with U.S. families of the hostages. They have also directed criticism towards Hamas for hindering progress in securing a resolution. Despite the disagreements, negotiations involving U.S., Qatari, and Egyptian officials are ongoing, aiming to find common ground. Netanyahu has argued that Hamas must make the first move by releasing the hostages, insisting international pressure should be directed at Hamas. The hostage crisis has become a major point of friction between the U.S. and Israel, despite their historically close relationship. The coming days will be crucial in determining whether Biden's proposed deal can break the deadlock and pave the way for the safe return of the hostages and a lasting ceasefire in the region. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more updates. Catch you in the next one.
Am I the only one that didn't know schools in Kiev reopened, even amidst missile strikes? On the first day of the new school year, Kiev faced a barrage of Russian missile attacks. Over 20 missiles targeted the city, hitting vital infrastructure like a water treatment plant and a metro station, as well as 2 schools and a university. Despite the chaos, the resilience of the Ukrainian people shone through. Teachers and parents still gathered with music and flowers to welcome students back to class. President Zelensky praised their courage, highlighting the nation's unyielding spirit in the face of aggression. The attacks extended beyond Kiev, striking regions like Kharkiv and Sumy. In Sumy, a rehabilitation center for orphans was hit, injuring 18 residents of nearby houses. President Putin, meanwhile, claimed rapid advancements in the Donbas region. Yet, amidst this turmoil, the Ukrainian people continue to stand tall, embodying strength and resilience. The world's eyes are on them. Hold on to your seats. The U.S. just nabbed Maduro's $13 million jet. In a dramatic twist, U.S. authorities have confiscated Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro's private Dassault Falcon 900EX, worth a staggering $13 million. The aircraft was captured while parked in the Dominican Republic and swiftly flown to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Why? It's all part of the U.S. sanctions, targeting Maduro for alleged corruption, human rights abuses, and anti-democratic actions. This high-profile move involved multiple U.S. agencies, including Homeland Security investigations and the Justice Department. Their message? No one is above the law, not even heads of state. The Venezuelan government isn't taking this lightly, calling the seizure piracy and an act of aggression. This action marks a significant escalation in the already tense U.S.-Venezuela relations. Stay tuned, folks. This story is far from over. Will this pressure campaign bring about change or just deepen the divide? Only time will tell. Subscribe for more updates on this developing situation.
If your president is wanted by the ICC but he's on a red carpet, you've got a geopolitical drama. Despite an outstanding arrest warrant from the International Criminal Court, Putin received a red carpet welcome in Mongolia. Mongolia, an ICC member, chose to ignore the warrant accusing Putin of war crimes connected to the Ukraine conflict. Ukraine and human rights groups condemned Mongolia's decision, arguing it undermines international law. This isn't the first time an ICC member has turned a blind eye to such warrants. South Africa did the same with Sudanese President Omar al-Bashir in 2015. The Kremlin brushed off concerns, focusing on the strong Russia-Mongolia relationship. Putin's visit, complete with military honors, underscores his confidence in Mongolia's stance. What does this mean for international law and Mongolia's future? Only time will tell.
Attention tech fan. Major legal shakeup in Brazil. Brazil's Supreme Court has upheld the ban on Elon Musk's social media platform, X, formerly known as Twitter. The unanimous decision came after X failed to appoint a new legal representative in Brazil by the deadline. The ban stems from a clash between Musk and Supreme Court Justice Alexandre de Moraes, who accused X of spreading false information. Justice Moraes has now ordered tech giants like Apple and Google to remove X from their app stores in Brazil within 5 days. And using VPNs to bypass the ban could lead to fines. Elon Musk has slammed the ban, calling it censorship and accusing the Brazilian government of authoritarianism. In response, X shut down its Brazil office last month. Many Brazilians, including President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, have migrated to alternative platforms like Blue Sky, which is seeing a spike in new users. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story. Don't forget to like and subscribe for the latest tech news.